Yeah. Go.
Welcome to the lead hook lesson. That's the hook in the front of your stance. The other hook is a little different. The hook's probably my favorite punch because it allows you to deliver crazy power from the side. Now, I've done a lot of research on knockouts, and one of the things that they've shown really leads to knockouts is twisting the dude's head when you hit him. Anyway, you throw a hook the way I teach it and twist somebody's head, they're probably gonna go to sleep for a while. Now, I have an awesome secret to unlocking the most devastating hook power imaginable. First, check out the basic form. Watch this video. The hook that I'm gonna show you today actually involves loading up the punch. The way that you're gonna do this is you're going to step 6 to 12 inches forward on your front toe, and while you do that, you're going to let your right shoulder drift forward. Dropping your right shoulder in immediately pulls your left shoulder to the back. By pulling my left shoulder to the back, I now have more distance between my left arm and whatever I was striking. This is gonna give me a lot of power because I get to unwind and pick up a lot of speed in that space. If I was really close to whatever I was striking, got no room to pick up speed. So distance gives me that ability. Yeah. So I've loaded up an attack. I've loaded up a lot of potential energy by twisting. You can even actually feel the potential energy in your muscles as they stretch. I twist so far when I do this that I can feel a stretch across the rib cage, like the floating ribs in my back. So now all of that gets to uncoil. When you take your first step, make sure you step high in your toe. This is gonna make or break you when it comes to unleashing knockout power in this punch. When I'm on my toe, I can easily pivot this foot. That allows me to incorporate my hip into the movement, which attaches to my torso, which attaches to my shoulder, creates a wave effect, a wave of power. A lot of times, good technique just gets your body out of its own way. In this case, having your foot flat on the ground is a no-no because it prevents your body from turning. Now, I've heard people describe the arm portion of your hook as like stirring a big pot of stew. So imagine like I had a big spoon and a big cauldron and I'm stirring that thing. Whatever. Dude, what are you doing?
Working on my hooks.
There's nothing in there. Why are you wearing heels?
Guess you'll have to watch the other videos and find out.
You need to return your hand back to your face. That's the idea of stirring. So what I need you to do is when you've dipped the shoulder forward and you pivot your foot and you start the arm portion, just make sure you use your bicep to really whip that thing back to your face. Using your bicep to pull this hook back to your face adds power to the strike in addition to making you safe because your hand is back to home base a little bit faster. Just like all strikes, you want to hit with the two biggest knuckles, the pointer and the middle, to be very specific. Now, a hook is a close range strike. If you look at the arm positioning on my straight punch, well, my hook is clearly shorter, and it's certainly a lot shorter than all of my kicks. That said, the closer you are to your opponent, the more power you're going to have in your hook. Think about it like this. The closer you are, the more you're able to bend your arm. This puts the entire weight of your forearm behind the punch. Out here, I have no forearm behind my fist. In here, my entire forearm is in alignment right behind my big two knuckles. A short hook is going to be quick and with a lot of that weight behind it. It's kind of rare that you have more weight involved in something and it moves faster at the same time. Obviously, the trade-off is being vulnerable. Now, getting close to somebody that's trying to punch you should not be taken for granted. Here's a quick review of what we have so far. I step in on my front toe, dropping my right shoulder, which loads up the power in my left hand. Now, for movement number 2, I'm going to pivot my foot. I'm going to let my arm out so that I can do that stir the pot motion. Boom, and I pull my hand back to my face. Once my hand is back to my face, I either need to throw more strikes, which I'm in a good position to do because my knees are bent, or I need to step back to my stance. That's pretty much it for the basic form. Now, the secret to unlocking the craziest hook power lies in a kinesiology concept called elastic recoil. You can build up to 5 times the amount of power in your hook just by adding this little concept. I actually just made that number up, but seriously, the difference in power is incredible. However, if you want to learn this secret, you have to check out part 2 of this video on my website. It's free at howtofightnow.com. You can either type in howtofightnow.com up there, or you can click the link in the video description and it'll take you right there. Either way, the secret is free, it's very powerful, and I'll see you at the website.